What would a hardcore gang member know about the intimacies of a teenage love triangle? In this case, prosecutors claim quite a bit, as they called to the stand a prisoner with the improbable name Michelangelo. With gun, drugs, and kidnapping charges to his name, he's a true Renaissance man of crime.
Are you a convicted felon?
Yes, sir.
Do you know how many times you've been convicted?
9 times.
The plot thickened with Michelangelo's testimony.
The felon shared a cell with Pedro Bravo in the fall of 2012, and when they met, Angelo dispensed with the small talk.
You know, I was like, he probably killed that kid, you know.
And what was his response to that?
He really didn't answer, you know.
Later, when Bravo does speak, it's of his two main preoccupations, writing and death.
He'd asked me, you know, to borrow a pen and my shoelace. And I asked him what for, and he said so that he could write a suicide letter to his parents and to use the shoestring to kill himself.
Bravo was put on suicide watch for a few weeks. Angelo says when the young man returns, Bravo has shifted his mindset from suicidal to scheming. Now he's concocted a way to walk free.
What did you think it was?
A way to basically get the charges thrown out in this case, or get the charges dropped against him.
And did you believe it was offering you money to help?
Yes, sir.
Bravo's plan was to use Angelo's outside gang contacts to commit murders similar to Chris's to make it appear that a serial killer was on the loose, thus leading suspicion away from Bravo.
Was it ever brought up about the shovel and what you would need to do with the shovel as part of the plan?
The prosecutor keeps digging for more details, specifically about that shovel Bravo purchased.
I would have to go get the shovel to, I guess, copycat that murder to make it look like somebody else had did it.
But Angelo has a plan of his own. He cut a deal with prosecutors to become a jailhouse snitch, earning Bravo's trust and extracting incriminating details like these.
He said that he was gonna try to poison him with a mixture of sleeping pills and pesticide mixed with soda. His backup plan was to have a knife, you know, to cut his throat. His main plan was to choke him with a moving strap.
Eventually, Michelangelo completes his masterpiece, a full confession from Bravo on the Aguilar family must now endure as the last moments of their son's life play out in graphic detail.
He told me that he, you know, basically put a moving strap around the kid's neck and braced himself against the seat. He said that he remembers watching the radio, the clock on the radio, and said it took like 13 minutes for the kid to, you know, I guess die.
Did he ever make any comment to you about security guards at Walmart?
Yeah, he, at one point he said that he kind of got freaked out because while he was holding onto the strap that the security guard had rode by.
Angelo is a full-service snitch. He even leads cops to the hidden location of that now infamous shovel.
Did he in fact tell you where the shovel was located?
He said a wooden walkway bridge type thing.
Bravo's defense says Angelo's credibility is shot since he was testifying in exchange for a reduced sentence. But can they overcome all that video?
Surveillance video of Spyglass Apartments, surveillance video of Walmart. You can see the two together.
With all that physical evidence piling up against him, the most important defense witness in this trial was Pedro Bravo himself. In fact, the 20-year-old is the only witness the defense calls.
There were some reporters that even squealed. I mean, and two of them gasped. Everybody was very much waiting for that moment.
As his parents look on stoically, Bravo tries to charm the jurors, resurrecting the old class clown, conversational, even jovial at times. Bravo describing his last-ditch effort to win Erica back.
I still loved her, and I really wanted to get back with her, so other than getting my classes done, I also had a set idea that I'm gonna go get her back. If I keep telling myself, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this.
But what exactly was the this? Bravo admits that when he discovered that Erica was dating Christian, he snaps.
they've been going out for about like 2-3 weeks. And at that moment, I'm just instantly like, I'm crushed because he's one of my best friends.
He says that as he descended into a life of despair, he was consumed by thoughts of suicide that had plagued him for years.
I was too nervous to do anything with knives because I don't like pain. And I couldn't bring myself to hang myself or anything like that. So the only way I could see it was I tried to take some pills, see what would happen, but lo and behold, I'm still here.
Speaking of suicide, remember that shovel? Bravo says he can explain that away too.
Tell the jury why you bought a shovel.
It was going to be part of my idea to kill myself. In a way, I was going to go find a spot, and I was going to mark my tomb, and I was going to dig it.
But now, Pedro's biggest challenge is keeping all of his stories straight.
It seems like Pedro was changing his story to make it a little more believable depending on the evidence out there.
One piece of testimony that Pedro tries to finesse deals with the end of his encounter with Christian, the alleged scuffle that began inside the SUV as the two boys argued over Freeman. His friend's nose now bloodied. Bravo claims he pulled in here behind this motorcycle shop. Now, the two start fighting. They tumble out of the car, and at this point, he claims things got really heated.
As I exit the car, he comes up and something went through my head, and I got mad, and I basically pushed him. As I pushed him, I followed up behind him and I swept him off his feet. As he fell down, I fell on top of him as well.
Bravo claims that's the last time he ever saw Christian. He was alive and above ground.
All I could tell was that he didn't get up right away, but that he was still moving.
Still breathing?
Yes.
But here's the thing, so much of this story was captured by security cameras. But the one piece of video Pedro needs to be on tape simply doesn't exist.
We don't know of any surveillance video that shows the two had an encounter or a fight.
No video, and for 22 days, no Aguilar, until his body is discovered face down in that shallow grave, buried, as cops say, enemy style.
The defense really tried to come up with a credible story. Now, do we believe that? I'm not sure.